Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. NFL Sunday action. We're going to take a look at the Washington Redskins at the Indianapolis Colts. Brian, Indianapolis got back on track last week. They beat a Jacksonville team, so what? But people are going to look and say, hey, Washington went to San Francisco, and they almost won that game and really should have. San Francisco was able to come back and get the late score, which I know made a lot of teaser people happy in that game because a lot of teasers were tied up with San Francisco. But really, how much stock do you put in that? Because San Francisco has a big game coming up in 4 days. Do you think they got caught looking ahead a little bit?
I've said it before. I don't think San Francisco is a very good team. They're 7-4 on the season. They've only outscored the opposition by 3 points. Houston, on their hand, is 5-6. They've outscored the opposition by about 24 points. But yet nobody has Houston up there as one of the elite teams in the league. The situation last week, you talked about Indy beating Jacksonville. Indy has played Jacksonville, and unfortunately, I used Jacksonville last year, I believe, in one of those situations. They said, this is just a horrendous spot, and Indy blows them away. And so that just tells me that Indy's just the matchup situation against Jacksonville is just tremendous for them. But you go back and you look, and Indy at home has been tremendous ever since Luck came to the city. They've been great at home against the spread, and they've been great against bad football teams. And as we have seen, no matter who the quarterback is, either the first time, the second time, the third time, Washington's not a very good football team.
I think, honestly, and then, I hope Gil's not listening to this section of the video. RG3's a bust. He had that good first year, then he got hurt at the end of the season. They rushed him back last year, in my opinion, and did more damage. And he's just not the same He's a quarterback that needs to use his feet to be effective. He's not a pure pocket passer. And I think, and I hate to say it, I don't want to attack somebody's character, but I think there's a problem in the locker room with RG3 behind center. I just don't think the team responds to him the way that they did. And I know the other two guys had, flashes of, good performances, but there's a reason that they weren't starters at other teams because the overall picture has not been good for them. But the team tried harder when they were behind center, and that tells me something about that locker room.
Yeah, you mentioned Gil Alexander. Beating the Book podcast, I believe is what it's called. Great NFL podcast. You're on every week. I've been lucky enough to be on in the past. It's just tremendous. And I think, was it 2 weeks ago, everybody went 7-0 or something?
Yeah,
just check it out, the Beating the Book podcast. Gil Alexander.
Unfortunately, we took the week off for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Didn't have it, so you'll have to wait till next week for that. But, great podcast. We've been doing that, I think, for like 4 years now, and the following's just unbelievable. But Gil is the diehard RG3 guy.
And he is, and I'm not going to say he's a bust because in reality, when he was healthy, he was a very good player. Not healthy any longer, you never know if he's going to be healthy again. A lot of times you have these quarterbacks that get caught running and, they're
That's
just
the
not,
problem with the running quarterback.
That's exactly right. And the situation with Washington is, and I like to give credit where I read something, and the Gold Sheet has pointed out that management wants RG3 to be the quarterback. The coaching staff does not want RG3 to be the quarterback, and you're always going to run into problems that way. And as you pointed out, he just has not been good this year. Really, none of them have been very good. When Colt McCoy is probably your most successful quarterback in a brief stint, a guy who's been cut more than once.
Times,
and I love Colt McCoy. I thought he was a great college football quarterback. That tells you that there's some problems there. And they've got some pretty good wide receivers at Washington, but that defense isn't very good. They have not gone up against some really good offenses. We will see in this game how they do.
Right. Well, that's where the matchup situation comes in this one. You look last week, you look at the final score, they only lost 17-13 to San Francisco, getting basically the same number. They got 9.5 last week, they're getting 10 this week. But if you look inside the numbers of that game, Washington did absolutely nothing offensively. RG3, 11 of 20, little over 50%, 77 yards. There were dink and dunks. The guy can't go downfield. It's bad. The 49er defense is getting better. I'll give them that. But still, that's horrible performance offensively. And to go up against the team Indianapolis, where maybe their defense is not as strong as San Francisco's, but their offense is light years ahead of San Francisco's right now. when they get separation from Washington and Washington's forced to throw the football and RG3 has to try to match scores with Andrew Luck, that's when bad things are going to happen. I just think this is going to be a blowout. I have Indianapolis winning 34-17.
Yeah, this line came out. It's been nothing but steady Colts money so far. The wise guys eventually will come in. Anytime you get a double-digit dog, they'll come in, but I'm not sure that's the right side.
Yeah, I will say and put a disclaimer. If you bet double-digit favorites on a regular basis in the NFL, you're not going to make a profit, but there are spots. You got to pick your spots, and I think this is one of them. And I'm going to take Indianapolis and lay the points. Now, guys, it's Thanksgiving. We got a gift for you for watching the videos. If you want to go to wagertalk.com, we're going to give you a free $10 you can use, buy anything at the site. Just use coupon code TURKEY and the number 10. That's Turkey and the number 10. Enter that at checkout. You'll get $10 off your order, and you can use that coupon one time, anytime this weekend. All right, he's Brian Leonard. I'm Marco D'Angelo. We're going to be back. NFL action from Brian's up next. He's got a big two-team NFL teaser for you. That's up next. WagerTalk.com.